Swimmers and coaches, let's please start to clear the main competition pool. Let's please start to clear the main competition pool. All right, just a few minutes from getting started here, our final day, 2023 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships. All right, last day, fast day, right? And it is going to be fast. We're going to start it off with 50 backstroke, then move into 200 IM, 50 freestyle, and then we'll be back in the early afternoon for women's 1,000 freestyle, the men's 1650 free. Our swimmers ready to go down at the scoreboard balcony end of the natatorium. It's been great having everybody here this week. I'd like to wish a good Sunday morning to our swim fans listening in on the webcast. Good to have you here with us. All right, here we go. We're going to start it off 10 preliminary heats. The women's 50 backstroke, heat 1. Moore in 3, Petler in 4, Quinlan in lane 5. Getting started here in heat 1 this morning, Abigail Moore, Academy Bullets, 32.09. Heat 2. Morosky in 2, Crum in 3, Douglas in 4, Reason in 5, Opitz in 6, Lenda in 7. NCSA long course record of the women's 50 backstroke, 28.57 by Phoebe Bacon at Nation's Capital in 2017. Elizabeth Landa for Tsunami Swim Team, lane 7, 31.62. Heat 3. Flesick in 1, Renner in 2, Lincoln 3, Purdue in 4, Arroyo in 5, Chumley in 6, Friss in 7, and Lowe in lane 8. Haley Friss, Academy Bullets in lane 7, 30.90. Heat 4. Pickard in 1, Wedeking in 2, McMullen in 3, Jones in 4, Canine in 5, Kwong in 6. And in lane 8, Walker. Avery Canine from Tide Riders, 31.31. Heat 5. Stefanik in 1, Hayes in 2, Bauer in 3, Borkowski in 4, Burke in 5, Fetcher in 6, Chen in 7, Buckrath in lane 8. Heat 5, lane 1, Sophie Stefanik, 31.01. Heat 6. Jones in 1, Crashed in 2, Sherman in 3, Maloney in 4, Marusek in 5, Graziano in 6, McKinney in 7, and Ally in lane 8. Ava Graziani, Lakeside Swim Team in lane 6. Or Lauren Fetcher, rather. She touches first, 30.68. Heat 7. Heat 7, lane 1, Burrow. Lane 2, Orley. 3, Valacius. 4, Smith. 5, Naraki. 6, Velt. 7, Tyler. And lane 8, Francis. Zoe Smith from Arkansas Dolphins, 30.48. Quick so far. Heat 8. First of our circle-seated heats here in the women's 50 backstroke. Chow in 1, Tang in 2, Luton in 3, McDonald in 4, Antonuski in 5, Glass in 6, Kokorin in 7, and O'Connor in lane 8. Haley McDonald, the Lakeside, lane 4, 29.51. Quick so far, 2 more heats left to go. Heat 9. Conklin in 1, Cook in 2, Brager in 3, Hamill in 4, Connolly in 5, Grimley in 6, Chan in 7, and Erickson in lane 8. Josie Conley, Ole swimming, 29.39. That's the fastest as we head into our final heat here, heat 10. Our final heat in the preliminaries in the women's 50 backstroke, lane 1. Schrank, we got McNamara in 2, Gershburn in 3, Crush in 4, Shoke in 5, Bowles in 6, Padalano in 7, and more in lane 8. Gershburn in 3, Crush in 4 as we come into the finish here of our final heat. The women's 50 backstroke preliminaries, and Aspen Gershburn on the wall first from St. Andrews Aquatics in a time of 29.39, matching the time from the previous heat. So Conley and Gershburn with our two quickest times, 29.39 in the women's 50 backstroke. Eleven preliminary heats now in the men's 50 backstroke. Heat 1. Lupke in 1, Gritter in 2, Smith in 3, Soleri in 4, Wolf in 5, Pruitt in 6, Hedrick in 7, Martin in lane 8. NCSA long course record of the men's 50 backstroke, 25.73 by Ryan Dridley of New Trier Aquatic in 2018. Benton Gritter, XL Aquatics in lane 2. He touches first in heat 1, a time of 28.34. Heat 2. McDonald in 1, Harrison in 2, Sidlicki in 3, Charnatus in 4, Hernandez in 5, Dolezal in 6, and York in lane 8. Coaches, the preliminary results of the women's 50 backstroke are now posted. You can find them on Meet Mobile or stop by the lower admin table. Time now is 8:42 and a 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 35. Evan Hernandez first to touch in heat 2, a time of 27.55. Heat 3. Heat 3, lane 1, Dankoff. We got Blatt in 2, Owens in 3, Foster in 4, Puck in 5, Cole in 6, Whittemeyer in 7, and Lunsford in lane 8. Adam Whittemeyer, Bulldog Aquatic Club, Lane 7, 27.87. Heat 4. Heat 4, lane 1, Johnson. We got McGinley in 2, Elmore in 3, Odo in 4, Zexter in 5, Guerin in 6, Dye in 7, and Countryman in lane 8. Seneca Odo in lane 4, and a time of 26.94. Heat 5. Need a coaching representative from Rockville, Montgomery to the lower admin table. Coaching representative from Rockville, Montgomery, please report to the lower admin table. Heat 5 in the water, Button 1, Suarez in 2, Crater in 3, Marcianini in 4, Guerin in 5, Hickey in 6, Barnett in 7. Over in lane 1, Zane Butt, Lakeside Swim Team. In Heat 5, he touches first, 27.87. Heat 6. Wang in 1, Church in 2, Wolf in 3, Tarara in 4, Turgeon in 5, Barnett in 6, Ingraham in 7, and Petler in lane 8. Need to see a coaching representative from Lakeside and Northwest Arkansas at the lower admin table. Need a coach from Lakeside and Northwest Arkansas at the lower admin table, please. Heat 6 now completed. Evan Ingraham, lane 7, puts up a 28.11. Heat 7. Heat 7, got Zoltek in 1, Osborne in 2, Weller in 3, Beckley in 4, Yao in 6, Richardson in 7, and Walker in lane 8. Quick time up to this point out of Heat 4 at 26.94. Philip Walker here in lane 7, 26.95. Heat 8. Heat 8, Oswald in 1, Greer in 2, Smith in 3, Grossman in 4, Brune in 5, Coyle in 6, Bryan in 7, and Michalik in lane 8. Heat 8 into the wall and over in lane 1, Zachary Oswald, Suburban Seahawks touching first, 27.85. Heat 9. Heat 9 here, the first of our circle seated heats in the preliminaries of the men's 50 backstroke. We got Yu in 1, Premu in 2, Austin in 3, Lenosi in 4, Dyer in 5, Tetrikov in 6, Rautenbach in 7, and Nenchev in lane 8. Touching first, Noah Dyer, Machine Aquatics, lane 5, 26.84. Our fast time up to this point. 2 more heats left to go. Heat 10. Heat 10, we got Frank in 1, Solitario in 2, Griffith in 3, Slonak in 4, Haney in 5, Bedsole in 6, Wachowski in 7, and Eford in lane 8. Luke Bedsole, Huntsville Swim Association, lane 6, 27.07. Heat 11. Underway, our final preliminary heat of the men's 50 backstroke, Heat 11. Fleck in 1, Zucker in 2, Voss in 3, Crush in 4, Linus in 5, Tapp in 6, Whitaker in 7, and Bailey in lane 8. Quick time up to this point, Heat 9, Noah Dyer, 26.84. And John Crush comes in at a time of 26.15, and that is the quickest time in the men's 50 backstroke this morning. Back down to this end of the pool. Women's 200 IM coming up. 19 preliminary heats in this event. NCSA long course record of the women's 200 IM, a 2:12.62 by Zoe Dixon, Nova of Virginia in 2021, and the Olympic trial cut time in a women's 200 IM, a 2:16.09. Heat 1 now with women's 200 IM. Lane 1 for Arlington Aquatic Club, Josephine Geisman. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Mimi Moore. 3 for Academy Bullets, Kendall Mahlers. 4 for the Bullets, Ariana Nicola. 5 for Rockwood Swim Club, Joey Schulfant. 6 for Zionsville Swim Club, Annabelle Hermosinski. 7 for Huntsville Swim Association, Walden Wilder. Ariana Necula from Academy Bullets turns at the 100, 107.72, ahead of Kendall Mahlers. Also a Bullets teammate in lane 3. She's around at a 111.51. Swimmers and coaches, preliminary results for the men's 50 backstroke are now posted on Meet Mobile, or you can stop by the lower admin table. The time now is 8:55, and a 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 36. Ariana Nicola, Academy Bullets. First to touch in Heat 1, 227.41. Heat 2. Lane 1 for Wilmington Aquatic Club, Isabella Carabello. 2 for Suburban Seahawks, Taylor Tegler. 4 for Arlington Aquatics, Sophie Fredericks. 5 for Arlington Aquatics, Annabelle Bremner. 6 for Eagle Swim Team, Samantha Randall. 7 for Stingrays, Sarah Fennon. And 8 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Emily Calvadas. Sophie Fredericks, Arlington Aquatic Club. Out front, 107.82. At the 100, second, Samantha Randall. Lane 6, 110.24. Attention coaches. Coaches, we need to see a coach from the following 4 clubs at the lower admin table. Coast Guard, Blue Dolphin, New Wave, Northwest Arkansas, and Team Pittsburgh. Again, we need to see a coaching representative from Coast Guard, Blue Dolphin, New Wave, Northwest Arkansas, and Team Pittsburgh at the lower admin table. Sophie Fredericks, Arlington Aquatics, 227.93. Heat 3. Lane 1 for City of Lafayette here in Heat 3, Gil Brook. Lane 2 for Tsunami, Alyssa Gordon, 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Kelsey Miller, 4 for Tide Riders, Lindsay Neighbor, 5 for Germantown Academy, Isabel Liu, 6 for Dad's Club, Emily Demisis, and in lane 8 for Tsunami Swim Team, Elizabeth Landa. Lindsay Neighbor turns at the 100, 107.95. Ahead of Kelsey Miller, lane 3 at a 109.00. Need a coaching representative from Southeastern Swim Club. And Fishers, please report to the lower admin table. Coaching representative from Southeastern Swim Club. Fishers, please report to the lower admin table. And Lindsay Neighbor here in Heat 3, 228.37. Heat 4. Lane 1 from Arlington Aquatic Club, Nina Wasaki. 2 for Eagle Swim Team, Zoe Wecker. 3 for North Carolina Aquatic, Kenzie Kim. 4 for Team Pittsburgh, Zoe Poe. 5 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatic, Maya Boscus. 6 for Germantown Academy, Amelia Gibson. Lane 7 for Ole Swimming, Grace Aguilar Fernandez. And in lane 8 for North Carolina Aquatic, Mackenzie Collins. Zoe Wecker, Eagle Swim Team, lane 2, leading at the 100 of Heat 4. She turns in a 108.56. Amelia Gibson of Germantown Academy, second in lane 6 at a 108.76. Amelia Gibson, Germantown Academy out front, or touching first, 229.81. Heat 5. Lane 1 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Kira Patton. 2 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Tiga Madera. 3 for Tide Riders, Emma Stasivic. 4 for Machine Aquatics, Megan Cleaver. 5 for North Carolina Aquatic, Abigail Emmerich. 6 for Tide Riders, Ruby Nussbaum. 7 for Rockville Montgomery, Zoe McGee. And in lane 8 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Lauren Padalano. We will be having a swim-off in the men's 50 backstroke following the preliminaries of this women's 200 IM event before we head into the men's 200 IM. So, swim-off and men's 50 backstroke coming up at the end of the women's 200 IM preliminaries before we head into the men's 200 IM. So, men, beware of that. Lauren Padalano, lane 8 from Long Island Aquatic Club, 107.49. Ahead of Abigail Emmerich, lane 5 from North Carolina Aquatic, 109.59. Abigail Emmerich, North Carolina Aquatic, on the wall in at 227.48. Heat 6. Heat 6, lane 1, Grace Belknap from Core Swimming. 3, Amanda Adair from Team Pittsburgh. 4, Liv Gielan from Chelsea Piers Aquatics. Lane 5, Anna Jervold from Chelsea Piers. 6, Colleen Tracy from Chicago Wolfpack. 7, Jillian Hawkins from Eagle Swim Team. And 8, Marley Pellegrin from Texas Ford Aquatics. Colleen Tracy, lane 6 at the 100, 108.05, ahead of Liv Gielan, lane 4, 109.78. Colleen Tracy, Chicago Wolfpack in lane 6. It's going to be first to touch in heat 6. Her time, 2:27.94. Heat 7. Lane 1 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic. Margaret Erickson, 2 for Dance Club. Lena Ally, 3 for Texas Ford Aquatics. Georgia Wimberly, 4 for Texas Ford. Avery Wharton, 5 for Eagle Swim Team. Natalia Diaz, 6 for Greenwich YWCA. Sydney G, 7 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Claire Francis, and an 8 for Franklin Regional. Chloe Vidito. Lane 6, Sydney G from Greenwich YWCA turns at the 100, 107.84. Out of Lena Ally, Dad's Club in lane 2, 108.56. Sydney G, Greenwich YWCA, 225.46. Our quickest posting through heat 7. Heat 8. Heat 8, lane 1 for St. Croix Swim Club, Evelyn Wood, 2 for Dance Club, Ellie Burke, 3 for Team Pittsburgh, Hannah Klingensmith, 4 for Rockville Montgomery, Alyssa Kwan, 5 for Kentucky Aquatics, Christina Aud, 6 for Eagle Swim Team, Aaron Booty, 7 for Academy Bullets, Anna Doherty, and lane 8 for Greenwich YWCA, Penelope Lazar. Hundred turned in heat 8 here. And out in front, Aaron Booty. Eagle Swim Team, 107.77. Ahead of Penelope Lazar in lane 8 for Greenwich YWCA, 108.87. Touching first, Christina out, lane 5, 226.95. Heat 9. Heat 9, lane 1 for St. Andrews Aquatics, Alexander Erickson. 2 for Nova of Virginia, Cassandra Bauer. 3 for North Carolina Aquatic, Yari Brock. 4 for Petty Aquatic Association, Celia Traub. 5 for Tide Riders, Charlotte Brown. 6 for Tide Riders, Hannah Renaud. 7 for Grosse Pointe Gators, Sophie Schutz. And lane 8 for Tide Riders, Brooke Shettuck. Charlotte Brown from Tide Riders out front, lane 5, 108.34. Ahead of Yari Brock. In lane 3, North Carolina, 108.42. Charlotte Brown coming into the wall here in Heat 9, touching first, 224.59. Fastest so far. Heat 10. Heat 10, lane 1 for Astra Area Aquatics, Avery Waltz. 2 for Academy Bullets, Rebecca Rentz. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Lilia Walker. 4 for Lakeside, Lillian Burkowski. 5 for Machine Aquatics, Alina Stutkus. 6 for Arlington Aquatic, Gloria Quang. 7 for Germantown Academy, Eliza Meth. And in lane 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Sydney Green. Rebecca Rentz, Academy Bullets, taking it out in lane 2, 104.50 ahead of Alina Stutkus. Machine Aquatic in lane 5, 106.45. Rebecca Rentz, Academy Bullets in lane 2. 2:22.70, our fastest time through heat 10 in the preliminaries of the women's 200 IM. Heat 11. Heat 11, lane 1 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Caitlin Liu. 2-4 Tide Riders, Mary Joyce Benson. 3-4 Academy Bullets, Haley Vlesek. 4 for Arlington Aquatic, Nora Sherman. 5 for Academy Bullets, Paige Kowal. 6 for Tide Riders, Juliet Phillips. 7 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Alexander Moore. And lane 8 for St. Croix Swim Club, Mary McCormick. Heat 11 over in lane 1 at the 100. Caitlin Liu from Long Island Aquatic Club, 107.58 ahead of Nora Sherman of Arlington Aquatic, 109.30. Now out in front on the breaststroke, Paige Kowal. Liu second in lane 1, third Alexander Moore, lane 7. Paige Kowal, Academy Bullets. Her time, 2:24.95. Heat 12. Heat 12, lane 1, Lakeside Swim Team, Sydney Brager. 2 for Huntsville Swim Association, Samantha Chan. 3 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Madison Lynn. 4 for Long Island, Catherine Montefiusco. 5 for Franklin Regional, Jovi Mountry. 6 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Miller Ward. 7 for Team Pittsburgh, Natalie Sense. And a lane 8 for Affinity Aquatic, Lauren Patterson. Samantha Chan, Huntsville Swim Association at the 100, 106.52. Ahead of Sydney Brager, next to her from Lakeside, lane 1, 107.06. Swimmers, if you are a top seed in a championship final heat this evening and you'd like to pick out your walkout music, come by and see me here at my announce position before you head back for your afternoon break. Again, swimmers who would like to pick out their own walkout music for finals this evening in the championship final heats, stop by and see me before you head back for your afternoon break and get that squared away. Heat 12. Lane 7, Natalie Sentz, Team Pittsburgh. She touches in a time of 2:25.03. Heat 13. Heat 13, lane 1 for St. Croix Swim Club, Madeline Reed, 2 for Wilmington Aquatic, Kira Agnew, 3 for Waukesha Express, Avery Larson, 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Lena Sires, 5 for Nova of Virginia, Elizabeth Goodwin Burney, 6 for North Carolina Aquatic, Maya Lambert, 7 for Academy Bullets, Alexandra Casanovas, and 8 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Avery Hannon. Elizabeth Goodwin Burney, Nova of Virginia, turns at the 100, 107.37 ahead of Alina Sires of Lakeside in lane 4 at a 107.86. Lena Sires of Lakeside now edging into the lead on the breaststroke. Looks like from my angle. And the scoreboard confirms that. Sires turning it to 150, 152.10 ahead of Goodwin Burney. Lane 5 at a 52.29. Goodwin Burney mounting a charge. She's back to the front in lane 5, coming into the wall of heat 13. And Elizabeth Goodwin Burney from Nova of Virginia touching in a time at 2:25.64. Heat 14. Heat 14, lane 1 for Hershey Aquatic Club, Madeline Surface, 2 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Morgan Farlow, 3 for City of Mobile, Peyton Williams, 4 for Blazing Barracudas, Sophia Jimenez, 5 for Petty Aquatic Association, Samantha Valasis, 6 for New Trier Aquatics, Elise Newland, 7 for St. Croix, Turin McGillis, and lane 8 for Ole Swimming, Catherine Tang. 100 turn here in heat 14 with Catherine Tang, lane 8. Ole swimming out front, 107.17 ahead of Turin McGillis of St. Croix Swim Club. Turn around at a 107.71. Sofia Jimenez, Blazing Barracudas now into the lead at the 150 in lane 4. Quick time so far out of heat 10, 2:22.70. And Sofia Jimenez, Blazing Barracuda in lane 4. She touches in a 2:24.62. Heat 15. Heat 15, lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Hannah Schmidt. 2 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Riley Freed. 3 for Kentucky Aquatics, Karamia Jones. 4 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Lian Fang Yu. 5 for Blazing Barracudas, Lily Mihawk. 6 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Jenna Gogol. 7 for Academy Bullets, Isabella Witowitz. And in lane 8 for Academy Bullets, Elizabeth Naraki. Lily Mihawk in lane 5, Blazing Barracudas. 105.38 at the 100, ahead of Isabella Witowitz of Academy Bullets, lane 7 at a 107.44. Isabella Witowitz of the Bullets now into the lead, lane 7, ahead of Mihawk in lane 5. Lily Mihawk comes back strong here on the last 50. And Lily Mihawk of Blazing Barracudas touches first in heat 15, a time of 2:23.50. Heat 16. Heat 16, lane 1 is Audrey Wolk of North Carolina Aquatic. 2, Leah Rogi of New Trier Aquatics. 3, Charlotte Crush from Lakeside. Lane 4, Caitlin Gressick from Academy Bullets. 5, Ella Antonuski from Waukesha Express. 6, Sadie Murphy of Academy Bullets. 7, Isabella Bloom from Badger Aquatics. And lane 8 from Blazing Barracudas, Claire Mihawk. Of Claire Mihawk. Blazing Barracudas in lane 8, who turned in a 105.39. Just a reminder once again to our men competing in the 200 IM, we're going to be doing a swim off in 50 backstroke before we head into your event. So right at the end of the women's 200 IM preliminaries, a quick swim off, and then we'll continue on in the men's 200 IM. Charlotte Crusher Lakeside, lane 3, brings it into the wall. And she has our new quick time of the morning in the women's 200 IM preliminaries at a 2:20.19. First of our circle seated heats coming up now. Heat 17. Heat 17, lane 1 for Machine Aquatics, Elizabeth Bryan. 2 for Academy Bullets, Bridget McCann. 3 for Southeastern Swim Club, Audrey Crawford. 4 for Chelsea Piers, Peyton Foster. 5 for TNT Swimming, Lavinia Sims. 6 for City of Lafayette Aquatics, Marie Lendrenau. 7 for Suburban Seahawks, Caitlin Kulisar. And in lane 8 for Academy Bullets, Enya Linson. Lavinia Sim, TNT Swimming. 100 turn of 104.28 ahead of Peyton Foster of Chelsea Piers Aquatic. Lane 4, 105.47. Lavinia Sim turning at the 145.60 at the 150. Peyton Foster, Chelsea Piers, lane 4, trying to close the gap on Lavinia Sim as they come down to the finish here. And touching first is going to be Peyton Foster from Chelsea Piers in a time of 2:20.76. Heat 18. Heat 18, lane 1 from Dad's Swim Club. Cassidy Kitchell, 2 for Suburban Seahawks. Gima Underkoffler, 3 for Academy Bullets. Chloe Diner, 4 for course swimming. Campbell Chase, 5-4 Chicago Wolfpack. Julietta Tracy, 6-4 Dad's Club. Sydney Smith, 7 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins. Phoebe Mayo, and lane 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Carly Tyler. Olympic trial cut time, again, in this event, the women's 200 IM, a 2:16.09. And your swimmer in lane 4, Campbell Chase, course swimming, comes in with a seed time 2:13.64, so she's already booked her ticket back here to Indianapolis next June for Olympic trials. Chase Campbell turns at the 100, 104.50, ahead of Phoebe Mayo, lane 7 for Coast Guard Blue Dolphins at a 105.17. Campbell Chase still out front at the 150, 145.07 with Julietta Tracy, second in lane 5, who turned it a 146.91. Campbell Chase, of course, swimming 2:17.15, our fastest time turned in so far, with one more preliminary heat left to go in the women's 200 IM. Heat 19. So our final preliminary heat of the women's 200 IM. Heat 19, lane 1 for North Carolina Aquatic, Isabel Wolk. 2 for Rockville Montgomery, Angela Kadori. 3 for North Carolina Aquatic, Eva Belke. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Haley McDonald. 5 for Team Greenville, Lila Bogner. 6 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic, Abigail King. 7 for Tide Riders, Carolyn Fulton. Lane 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. Haley McDonald, Lakeside Swim Team in lane 4. She too already has met the Olympic trial cut standard in the women's 200 IM as she enters the race today with a seed time at 2:13.57 and that Olympic trial cut time 2:16.09. Lila Bogner, Team Greenville, out front here in Heat 19. She turns in a 103.36 ahead of McDonald. Lane 4 at an 04.79. McDonald, a strong breaststroker, and she's stroking her way to the front here, catching up with Bogner as they come down to the 150 turn. Bogner still out in front as she turns at a 143.25 to McDonald's 143.39. Third in the heat, Eva Belke, North Carolina Aquatic, lane 3 at a 148.47. Again, quick time so far out of the last heat, 2:17.15. Lila Bogner, Team Greenville in lane 5 with the edge coming into the wall. And she ends up with the quickest time turned in this morning in the women's 200 IM preliminaries at a 2:15.16. Lila Bogner, Team Greenville. We now have a swim off here. Men's 50 backstroke. There's a tie for 24th, so this is to break the tie for 24th. Lane 4 from Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, Ryan Griffith and Jack Permew of New Wave tied in their earlier preliminary swim at a 27.90, and they're going to settle up right now. Little Sunday duel in the pool here in the men's 50 backstroke to break the tie for 24th position. Ryan Griffith, Coast Guard Blue Dolphins, out in front, lane 4. Again, these gentlemen tied earlier this morning, 27.90. And Griffith on the wall in at 27.54, Permew 27.79. Both quicker times than they swam earlier this morning, so nice job, gentlemen. Coaches Event 39 results for women's 200 IM are now posted on Meet Mobile, or you can stop by the lower admin table. Time now is 9:49. A 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 39. Up next in our program this morning, 18 preliminary heats in the men's 200 IM. Heat 1. Heat 1, lane 2 for City of Lafayette Aquatics, Hunter Boudreau. 3 for Bowling Green is Ian Sander. 4 for Tide Riders, Daniel Garza. 5 for Huntsville Swim Association, Jackson Fraser. 6 for Academy Bullets Swim Club, Jack Murphy. 7 for Machine Aquatics, Caden Wilkinson. The NCSA long course record in the men's 200 IM, a 201.80 by Samuel Ida of Glenview Titans in 2017. And the Olympic trial cut time in the men's 200 IM is a 2:03.49. Jack Murphy, Academy Bullets out front here. And Heat 1, lane 6 as he turns on a 1:03.00 ahead of Caden Wilkinson, Machine Aquatics at a 1:05.81. Jack Murphy, Academy Bullets in lane 6. He's going to put up the first time in the men's 200 IM preliminaries, 2:17.02. Heat 2. Lane 1 for Tide Riders, Benjamin Chumley. 2 for Southeastern Swim Club, Jack Warren. 3 for Southeastern Swim Club, Colin Houston. 4 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Andrew Koch. 5 for Machine Aquatics, Nathan Widman. 6 for Affinity Aquatic, Harris Abernathy. 7 for Newburgh Sea Creatures, Cy Young. And in lane 8 is for Huntsville Swim Club, Justin Rowe. Nathan Widman out front here in Heat 2 at the 100, 103.64. Ahead of Benjamin Chumley in lane 1, 104.33. Andrew Koch, Nathan Widman, Machine Aquatics, touching first here in Heat 2, 216.86. Heat 3. Heat 3, lane 1 for Stingrays, Cody Miles. 2 for Carolina Aquatic Club, Calvin Shaper. 3 for Stingrays, William Igler. 4 for Team Greenville, Owen Bird. 5 for Waukesha Express, Trey Smith. 6 for Wheaton Swim Club, Luke Wyrick. 7 for City of Lafayette Aquatics, Curtis Malone. And 8 for North Carolina Aquatic Club, Benjamin Brock. Owen Bird at the 100, 101.86. Trey Smith, 102.60. Owen Bird, Team Greenville, 214.64. Heat 4. Heat 4, lane 1. For Huntsville Swim Association, Alexander Withrow. 2 for Team Greenville, Max Tucker. 3 for Academy Bullets, Nathan Lindstrom. 4 for Eagle Swim Team, Holden Skidmore. 5 for Stingrays, Ryan McCosker. 6 for Bodemecker Aquatic, Lucas Arnaldo. 7 for Franklin Regional, Isaac Layton. And lane 8 for Swim Houston, Carson Smith. So just a heads up to swimmers and coaches that we'll be starting our distance events this afternoon at 1:17. The women's 800 free. We got the men's 1500 free. We'll put our first heat in the water, the women's 800 freestyle, at 1:17 this afternoon. 1:33, it's been changed now, okay? 1:33.
Right, okay. Right.
Ryan Oscar, 213.83. Heat 5. Heat 5 underway with lane 1 for Tsunami Swim Team. Preston Zuber. 2 for Pittsburgh is Joshua Grumenstein. 3 for Academy Bullets, Evan Conti. 4 for Rockville Montgomery, Joseph Umhofer. 5 for Rockville Montgomery, Jason Doan. 6 for XL Aquatics, Gavin Fu. 7 for Chicago Wolfpack, Jackson Heinlein Persault. And 8 for Arlington Aquatic Club, Avery Kuhn. Out front at the 100 here in Heat 5. Evan Conti, lane 3, 1:00.27, ahead of Hamlin Persault. Evan Conti, Academy Bullets here in lane 3. charging hard into the finish here. And Connie touching in a time 2:11.13, our quickest so far. Heat 6. Heat 6, lane 1 for Arlington Aquatic Club. Hugo Haggard, 2 for Chicago Wolfpack. Kale Chow, 3 for Poseidon Swimming. Spencer Campbell, 4 for Hershey Aquatic. Gavin Tran, 5 for Texas Ford Aquatics. Julian Palla, 6 for Rockville Montgomery. Linus Cement, 7 for Franklin Regional Swim Team. Elijah Hall, and 8 for Huntsville Swim Association. Samuel Barnett. Julian Paula, lane 5, turning at a 1:01.07. Ahead of Samuel Barnett in lane 8, 1:01.35. Julian Paula, Texas Ford Aquatics in lane 5. 2:11.32. Heat 7. Heat 7, lane 1 for Nova of Virginia, Brian Julian. 2 for Nova is Aiden Munanovic. 3 for Dad's Club, Reed Vandervoort. 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, Maximilian Yo. 5 for Team Pittsburgh, Zachary Schuster. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Chase Keeler. 7 for Rockwood Swim Club, Jacob Wolfen. 8 for Eagle Swim Team, Kai Leon. Aiden Mumanovic, Nova of Virginia, turning at the 100, lane 2, 1:01.04, ahead of Chase Keeler of Rockville Montgomery at a 1:01.36. Heat 7 coming into the wall, and it's going to be Aiden Mumanovic from Nova of Virginia in a time of 2:13.98. Heat 8. Heat 8, lane 1 for Academy Bullets, Mason Smith. 2 for Grosse Pointe Gators, Benjamin Bryan. 3 for Swim Streamline, Daniel Bittner. 4 for Machine Aquatics, Jackson Snyder. 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, Hayden Beckley. 6 for Rockville Montgomery, Mathis Feltrin. 7 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Aiden Haverman. And in lane 8 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Graydon Barker. Daniel Bittner from Streamline turning at the 100. Lane 3, 101.58. Head of Jackson Snyder, Machine Aquatic. Lane 4 at an 02.35. Graydon Barker out front in lane 8 as he turns at the 150, 142.24. Ahead of Hayden Beckley in lane 5 at a 42.35. Heat 8 of 18 to be swum here in the preliminaries of the men's 200 IM. And Graydon Barker first on the wall in Heat 8, 2:13.08. Heat 9. Heat 9, lane 1 for Southeast Metro Sharks, Gunnar Sievertson. 2 for Zionsville Swim Club, Brady Byer. 3 for Zionsville, Caleb Kuntz. 4 for Arlington Aquatic, Kai Wang. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Stephen Bailey. 7 for Academy Bullets, Simon Mikowski. And lane 8 for New Wave, Joseph Capo. Mikowski from the Bullets, lane 7. Turns at the 100, 58.71. Ahead of Stephen Bailey of Lakeside, lane 6, 100.24. coming down to the finish of heat 19. And on the wall first out of lane 7, Simon Mikowski. Academy Bullets in a time 2:12.01. Heat 10. Heat 10, lane 1 for Dad's Club, James Moss. 2 for Ole Swimming, Chase Zoltak. 3 for Tide Riders, Cohen Osborne. 4 for Academy Bullets, Tyler Connor. 5 for Swim Houston, Gideon Swan. 6 for Core Swimming, Chase Dye. 7 for Franklin Regional, Alexander Reese. And 8 for Swim Streamline, Mason Otwell. Hundred turn here in Heat 10 with Gideon Swan, Swim Houston out in front, 101.82 ahead of Chase Zoltak of Ole Swimming in lane 2, 102.00. Swan turns at the 150, 140.22 ahead of Mason Otwell in lane 8. Gideon Swan, Swim Houston, brings it in lane 5. His time, 2:10.63. That's the quickest posting so far through Heat 10. Heat 11. Heat 11, lane 1 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatics, Owen Tharrington. 2 for Eagle Swim Team, Max Mislow. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, Brian Wilbur. 4 for Rockville Montgomery, Quinn Marcianoni. 5 for Dad's Club, Ian O'Neill. 6 for Chelsea Pierce Aquatics, Felix Flaxted. 7 for Swim Streamline, Ty Conal. And 8 for Academy Bullets, Daniel Janidis. 100 turn in Heat 11 here. Lane 8, Daniel Janidis, 1:00.65. And second, over in lane 1, Owen Tharrington, 1:00.96. Now out in front, Brian Wilbur at the 150, lane 3, as he turns in a 140.76 ahead of Janidis in 8. On the wall in heat 5, Ian O'Neill from Dance Club, 211.58. Heat 12. Heat 12, lane 1 from St. Andrews Aquatics, Lucas Bailey. 2 for St. Croix Swim Club, Jackson Kogler. 3 for Rockville Montgomery, John Frank. 4 for Dad's Club, Colby Williams. 5 for Team Pittsburgh, Luke Hartman. 6 for Huntsville Swim Association, Lance Young. 7 for North Carolina Aquatic, Andrew Cummins. And in lane 8 for Team Pittsburgh, Nazar Zukovsky. Halfway turn in heat 12, Colby Williams Dance Club, 10033. Ahead of John Frank from Rockville Montgomery, lane 3, who turned in a 101.06. John Frank now out front at the 150s. He turns into 144, 141.44. Colby Williams Dance Club to the front of lane 4. First on the wall in heat 12, Colby Williams in a time at 212.10. Heat 13. Heat 13, lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Peyton Harrison. 2 for Team Pittsburgh, Carter Robertson. 3 for Ole Swimming, Andrew Delzer. 4 for Petty Aquatic, Daniel Lister. 5 for Dad's Club, Nicholas Hensel. 6 for Arlington Aquatic, Joshua Wolf. 7 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Michael Termiloff. And in lane 8 for Nova of Virginia, Spencer Ridge. Joshua Wolf, Arlington Aquatic Club, leads the way at the 100, 101.06. Ahead of Michael Termiloff, lane 7 at a 101.81. Michael Termiloff out front on the breaststroke here. She turns at the 150 ahead of Peyton Harrison in lane 1. Peyton Harrison, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 1. Sprints it home on the freestyle leg of heat 13 here. He's on the wall in a time 2:09.68, our new quick time through heat 13. Heat 14. Heat 14, lane 1 for Keystone Aquatics. Ryan Lee, 2 for Long Island Aquatic. Patrick O'Hagan, 3 for Team Pittsburgh. William Gow, 4 for Rockville Montgomery. Brig Barnett, 5 for Nova of Virginia. Matthew Woelfel, 6 for Kentucky Aquatics. Yi Zhang, 7 for Novi Sturgeons. Nicholas Serrani, and 8 for Stingrays. Justin Knopf. Yi Zhang, lane 6, 101.96 at the 100. William Gow, second in lane 3, 102.12. Yi Zhang, Kentucky Aquatics in lane 6. 2:11.45. Heat 15. Heat 15, lane 1 for Waukesha Express. Mason Brune, 2 for Fast Tigers. Luis Sanchez, 3 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic. Jack Haley, 4 for Academy Bullets. Sean Wayner, 5 for Lakeside Swim Team. Noah Benton, 6 for North Carolina Aquatic. Connor Pex, and 7 for Long Island Aquatic. Alan Shue. Sean Wayner, Academy Bullets in lane 4, 59.77 at the 100 turn. Ahead of Jack Haley, lane 3, 101.27. Sean Wayner, Academy Bullets, leading the entire way here in heat 15 of 18 to be swum in this event. And Wayner with a time, 2:10.41. Heat 16. First of our circle seated heats here in the preliminaries of the men's 200 IM. Lane 1 for Suburban Seahawks, Zachary Oswald. 2 for Chelsea Piers Aquatic. Chaz Jones. 3 for Dad's Club, Larkin Hellman. 4 for Core Swimming, William Savarisi. 5 for Swim Streamline, Levi Tome. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Wilson York. 7 for Nova of Virginia, James Shart. And 8 for Southeastern Swim Club, Jahoon John. Leading at the 100, William Savarisi from Core Swimming. Lane 4, 1:00:38. Ahead of Larkin Hellman, Dad's Club in lane 3, 00:64. Fastest time so far out of heat 13, 2:09:68. Olympic trial cut time in the men's 200 IM, 2:03.49. And William Savarisi, Core Swimming, in lane 4, is going to come in to touch in heat 16, a time of 2:07.05. That's our quick time so far. 2 more heats left to go. Heat 17. Lane 1 for North Carolina Aquatic, Ian Platts Mills. 2 for Long Island Aquatic, Reed O'Connor. 3 for Greenwich YWCA, Aiden Beccaria. 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. 5 for Suburban Seahawks, Jake Wang. 6 for Academy Bullets, Braden Capon. 7 for Team Greenville, Bennett Paramore. And lane 8 for Swim Streamline, Tyler Tannenberger. Thomas Mercer, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 4, coming in with a seed time just off the Olympic trial cut for this event. Comes in at a 2:04.21. Thomas Mercer turns at the 100, 58.10. Ahead of Jake Wang, lane 5, at a 59.37. 2:07:05. Quick out of the last heat. William Savarese with Thomas Mercer of Lakeside coming in lane 4. And Mercer puts up a time, 2:04.71. Quickest posting up to this point. Here's a heat 18. Our final preliminary heat here in men's 200 IM. Lane 1 for Nova of Virginia, Hayden Bartz. 2 for Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, Yofeng Yu. 3 for Tide Riders, Joshua Knoll. 4 for Germantown Academy, Landon DiAriano. 5 for Waukesha Express, Ryan Slonak. 6 for Kentucky Aquatics, Alex Oxenbean. 7 for Ole Swimming, Max Haney. And 8 for Long Island Aquatic Club, Ethan Silver. Joshua Knoll turns at the 50. Lane 3, 26.83, ahead of Yofeng Yu. Lane 2 at a 27.22. Joshua Knoll, Tide Riders, lane 3. Leads through the backstroke. He makes the turn at the 100, 58.44, ahead of Landon DiAriano. Lane 4 to 59.05. Landon DiAriano, Germantown Academy, takes off on the breaststroke here in lane 4. DiAriano comes in at the 150, turns in a time of 135.21. Ryan Slonak, lane 5, second of the 150 from Waukesha Express, 137.65. (2:03.49) the time they're looking for to get that trial cut time in this event. And Landon DiAriano touching in a 2:05.49. Back down to the scoreboard balcony end of the natatorium. 50 freestyle coming up. It'll be 17 preliminary heats for the women. NCSA long course record in this event for the women, 25:31 by Josie Conley, 2023, and they're ready to go with heat 1. Murphy in 3, Parker in 4, Rice in 5, and Balderrama in lane 6. And heat 1 of the women's 50 freestyle preliminaries here at the IU Natatorium this morning in Indianapolis. Amelia Murphy of Academy Bullets, 28.51. Heat 2. Quan in Run, Friss in 2, Nightcamp in 3, Reason in 4, Robinson in 5, Suma in 6, Watkins in 7, and Zangaro in lane 8. Elizabeth Suma, Lakeside, 27.92. Swimmers and coaches, preliminary results for event 40. The men's 200 IM are now posted on Meet Mobile, or you can stop by the lower admin table. The time now, 10:39, the 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 40 as we head into Heat 3 here in the women's 50 free. Cloutman in 1, Rodriguez in 2, Redkowski in 3, Fansteel in 4, Metzger in 5, Hadley in 6, Mewborn in 7, and Grosskloss in lane 8. And Sophia Fansteel, Texas Ford, 27.94. Heat 4. Heat 4, Newton in 1, Fetcher in 2, Lehman in 3, Rodriguez in 4, Felt in 5, Griffiths in 6, Wilson in 7, and Brennan in lane 8. Sierra Newton, Novi Sturgeons, 28.01. Heat 5. Heat 5, Payne in 1, White in 2, Donlin in 3, McKinney in 4, Hobart in 5, Jones in 6, Phillips in 7, and Dameworth in lane 8. Ella Donlin, Lakeside Swim Team, 27.46. Heat 6. Zentz in 1, Brown in 2, Klingensmith in 3, Moore in 4, Sapel in 5, Diaz in 6, and Wu in lane 8. On the wall, Olivia Moore, Academy Bullets, 27.52. Heat 7. Heat 7, lane 1, Schwertfeger, we got Connolly in 2, Butler in 3, Barash in 4, Zoller in 5, Northrop in 6, Powell in 7, and Dorman in lane 8. Olympic trial cut time in the women's 50 free is a 25.69. Lane 2, Rachel Connolly, 27.38. Heat 8. Heat 8, lane 1, Jones. We got Sense in 2. We got Rose Jones in 3, Edwards in 4, Chan in 5, Gill in 6, Douglas in lane 8. First to touch out of lane 5, Abigail Chan from Huntsville Swim Association, 27.35. Heat 9. Heat 9, De Jong in 1, Hunnefeld in 2, Brager in 3, Schmidt in 4, Connor in 5, Orley in 6, Lazar in 7, and Brock in lane 8. And Kira De Jong in lane 1 for Dead's Club, 27.52. Heat 10. Heat 10, True in 1, Kowal in 2, Brian in 3, Booty in 4, Shoke in 5, Glass in 6, Francis in 7, and Cortez in lane 8. Avery True in lane 1, 27.28. Heat 11. Heat 11, Morgan in 1, Stewart in 2, Karoma in 3, Baroker in 4, Binding in 5, O'Toole in 6, Bowles in 7, and Krasinski in lane 8. And I got Krasinski. The names look different on the board. 26.97. Heat 12. The names are not advancing, but we are in Heat 12. Zielinski in 1, Austin in 2, Colorasi in 3, Morosky in 4, Perkins in 5, Hunt in 6, Bloom in 7, and Arroyo in lane 8. Again, this is Heat 12 coming into the wall. And Ella Glass, let's see, Heat 6. So that's, I'm going to say lane 6. Ellen Hunt of Affinity Aquatic. Different look into the piece sheet of paper and up on the board. 27.38. Heat 13. This is Heat 13 of the water. Tracy in 1, Yu in 2, Stukas in 3, Wolk in 4, Freeman in 5, Keene in 6, Williams in 7, and Adams in lane 8. And first to touch in lane 6. It would be Anna Keene of Excel Aquatics, 27.13. Heat 14. Heat 14 in the water now. Swinney in 1, Luton in 2, Goodwin Bernie in 3, Lowe in 4, Murphy in 5, Allisware in 6, Rogie in 7, and Holler in lane 8. Names on the board should be correct for this heat. Heat 14. And Sadie Murphy from Academy Bullets, 26.93. Heat 15. Heat 15, first of our circle-seated heats in the preliminaries of the women's 50 free. Kaler in 1, Kitchell in 2, Social in 3, Soschel. We got Conley in 4, Backrath in 5, Velt in 6, Abdullah 7, and Larson in lane 8. Conley close to the Olympic trial cut time, 25.69 with her seed time. And Josie Conley of Ole Swimming, 25.65. That's good enough for an Olympic trial cut time in the 50 free. How about it for Josie Conley there in Heat 15? Heat 16. Heat 16, Smith in 1, Hamill in 2, Grimley in 3, Christensen in 4, Gersper in 5, Rentz in 6, Antnewski in 7, and Wolk in lane 8. Lily Christensen, lane 4, Irish Aquatics already with her Olympic trial cut time. Her seed coming in 25.40, trial cut time 25.69, and Lily Christensen 25.74. One more heat to go here for the ladies. Heat 17. Our final heat in the preliminaries of the women's 50 free. Shannon 1, Connors in 2, Chow in 3, Allisware in 4, Wayner in 5, Conklin in 6, Chase in 7, and Smith in lane 8. Allisware from Chelsea Pierce, lane 4, already with her Olympic trial cut time. And she is leading the way into the wall. And Anam Allisware touching in a time at 25.62. 17 preliminary heats now for the men's 50 freestyle. NCSA long course record 22.98 by Jack Franzman of Zionsville in 2017, and the Olympic trial cut time in this event 22.79. Heat 1. Heat 1. Hernandez in 3, Height in 4, Gregovic in 5, and Wyrick in 6. Aaron Gregovic, Chicago Wolfpack, 25.47. Heat 2. Heat 2, Powell in 1, Keane in 2, Gee in 3, Cox in 4, Moss in 5, Juanita in 6, Roberson in 7, and Mater in lane 8. Lane 5, James Moss at Dad's Club, 25.49. Heat 3. Heat 3. Mailer in 1, Rooney in 2, Stuppenhorst in 3, Hale in 4, Hickey in 5, Henderson in 6, Morrow in 7, and King in lane 8. And Michael Morrow, 25.02. Swimmers and coaches, the preliminary results for event 41, the women's 50 freestyle, are now on Meet Mobile, or you can stop by the lower admin table. The time now 10:56, and a 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 41. Heat 4. Heat 4, we got Darden in 1, Hamner in 2, Rattler in 3, Lendl in 4, Lyon 5, Grenke in 6, Filipoff in 7, and Thomas in lane 8. Darden in lane 1, 24.61. I need coaches from the following clubs. We need coaches from the following clubs to go to the lower admin table: Chicago Wolfpack, Germantown, Team Pittsburgh, North Carolina Aquatic, Academy Bullets, and Dad's Club. We need those coaches to go to the lower admin table at this time, please. Heat 5. Heat 5, Chen in 1, Lowe in 2, Schultz in 3, Wolf in 4, Zexter in 5, Kuntz in 6, Belmont in 7, Sereno in lane 8. Lane 4, Joshua Wolf, Arlington Aquatic Club in a 24.83. Heat 6. Heat 6, Tenenberger in 1, McEachran in 2, Elmore in 3, Gonzalez in 4, Wilbur in 5, Oswald in 6. At Church in 7, Gonzalez in lane 8. Elliot Elmore for Stingrays in lane 3, 24.36. Quickest so far. Heat 7. Heat 7, Popovich in 1, Pruitt in 2, Conal in 3, Clark in 4, Zozal in 5, Leal in 6, Baccaria in 7, and Davis in lane 8. First to touch, Aiden Baccaria, lane 7 for Greenwich YWCA, 24.95. Heat 8s. Heat 8, Abramson in 1, Lipke in 2, Bradburn in 3, Smith in 4, Gow in 5, Jones in 6, Graham in 7, and Dunson in lane 8s. Ryan Graham in lane 7 for Machine Aquatic, 24.66. Heat 9. Heat 9, Zukovsky in lane 1, Zidlicki in 2, Duckworth in 3, Young in 4, Ingraham in 5, Barry in 6, Butt in 7, and Johnson in lane 8. Jacob Duckworth, Tsunami in lane 3, touching in at 24.20. Our fast posting so far through Heat 9. Heat 10. Heat 10, we got Avery in 1, Meow in 2, Matalisi in 3, Frank in 4, Dioff in 5, Ruttenbach in 6, Higgins in 7, and Paramore in lane 8. Heat 10 on the wall. Michael Higgins, lane 7, 24.49. Actually, Higgins tying with Nicholas Frank in lane 4. Heat 10. Correction, this is Heat 11 in the water now. Heat 11, Williams in 1, Griffith in 2, Raymond in 3, McKenzie in 4, Ginsburg in 5, Coyle in 6, and Guerin in lane. Leon Raymond from New Wave, lane 3, 24.04. Our quick time so far. Heat 12. Heat 12, Grossman in 1, Gray in 2, Bauer in 3, Solitario in 4, Nolan in 5, Gillard in 6, Johnson in 7, and Brenton in lane 8. Enzo Solitario, New Wave in lane 4, 24.03. So by 100th of a second, quicker than his teammate in the prior heat. Heat 13. Heat 13, Petler in 1, Peters in 2, Stewart in 3, Neville in 4, Yu in 5, Hensel in 6, McCall in 7, and McKinley in lane 8. James Stewart, Franklin Regional. Lane 3, touches first, 24.04. Heat 14. We need to see coaching representatives from the following clubs over at the lower admin table. Dad's Club, Chicago Wolfpack, Germantown Academy, and Team Pittsburgh to the lower admin table, please. Heat 14 bringing it in, and Jason Ross from Machine Aquatics, 23.94. Our new quick time heading into the first of our circle seated heats in the preliminaries of the men's 50 freestyle. Heat 15. Heat 15, Oxenbean in 1, Dyer in 2, McDonald in 3, Smith in 4, Teesing in 5, Tome in 6, Liu in 7, and Terrera in lane 8. Noah Smith, the Stingrays in lane 4, 23.56. That's our quick time heading into Heat 16 now. Heat 16 underway. Fleck in 1, Chapman in 2, Gruder in 3, Wang in 4, Odo in 5, Hansen in 6, Bedsole in 7, and Grude in lane 8. Olympic trial cut time, 22.79. Jake Wang, Suburban Seahawks, just off that cut time coming into this race. And it looks like in Heat 16, touching first, Seneca Odo in a time of 23.48. Heat 17. Final heat here in the preliminaries of the men's 50 free. Bailey in 1, Watkins in 2, Whittemire in 3, Crush in 4, Tadic in 5, Austin in 6, Nenchev in 7, and Duncan in lane 8. Trial cut time, 22.79 as they come into the wall. And out of lane 3, Adam Whittemire, 23.70. That concludes the preliminaries in event 42, the men's 50 freestyle. I know we've got at least one swim off coming up. Looks like I've got 2 sheets here now. So our first time trial is going to be in the women's 50 backstroke. There's a tie for 8th place, so to determine who's in the championship final, who's in the consolation final. And in lane 4 from Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, it'll be Ellison Schrank. Lane 5 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. Again, this is for a swim off in the women's 50 backstroke. They tied at a 30.17 earlier this morning. Again, Ellison Schrank for Northwest Arkansas in lane 4. Kate Brager for Lakeside in lane 5 to break a tie. It's going to determine which of these ladies is in the championship final, which in the consolation final heat of the women's 50 backstroke. Ellison Schrank, Northwest Arkansas Aquatics out front in lane 4, under the flags and into the wall. Ellison Schrank will be in the championship final heat in this event this evening. Her time 29:78. Katie Brager, her time 29.99. Both those swims quicker than they did earlier this morning in preliminary. So nice job, ladies, coming back on that. We'll have our next swim off at 11:15. Time now is 11:11. So 4 minutes from now, there'll be a swim off in the women's 50 freestyle. Swimmers and coaches and swim fans, preliminary results of event 42, the men's 50 freestyle, are now up on Meet Mobile, or you can swing by the lower admin table. Time now is 11:11, and a 30-minute scratch rule in effect for event number 42. Woo, there's a lot going on here this morning. Again, our swim